Hello there, it's Corey Michael Sanchez. I'm one of the founders of Mojo Global. Also have Ira Rosen, one of the co-founders as well. So we have this amazing case study that we're doing here today with Anna McCoy. So Ira, over to you to kick us off.
Yeah, Anna, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. You know, you're a Mojo client. You're using our Social Gold Rush, our platform with the automation and the training.
Yes.
Tell us your experience. We'd love to hear your story.
So I get the floor for a few minutes, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Over to you.
Well, let me tell you, for all of those today, this case study for you is, I hope, really encourages you. First of all, I'm going to start this way. When you hear what I have to say, you need to be decisive. You need to make an investment. And then the third thing, you need to trust the process. So I think those three things you're going to get out of my, really my experience with Mojo Global in this. It's been amazing. So let me tell you why we called them. We were up against an event that we were doing, and it was really less than 30 days away. We had approximately 3 people that were really scheduled for it. You know, then our entire team and speakers and paid people. I'm talking about paid. You always get your people. However, we really needed some support because we had tapped into really what we believed our entire kind of network of people. We had been calling and talking and nothing. So Ingrid, our CEO, actually had worked with these guys a couple of years before to help fill an event. And she's like, you know, I know these guys. That guy's name is Ira. Let me check in my paperwork or check in my emails. And she said to me, Mojo. That's it. I know it's some kind of Mojo. So I was like, oh, I got you. So of course I started searching you out for LinkedIn leads, different things like that, and found it. And interesting enough, I was so intentional about, I need to talk to somebody now. I picked up the phone, I called because we were desperate, right? And we've got to get somebody on the phone. And ultimately, within about 48 hours, our campaign was actually up and running. Now, this is the best part for those of you who are listening. You're trying to figure out, what do I do with my LinkedIn leads? You really don't believe, what do we call it? What is it? 500 million people on LinkedIn. Yep. These are professionals. These are people that are interested in talking to people. And you really don't believe that this is possible. Well, I came in with the right mindset, is that these guys are my answer. And so literally tell me what to do. Tell me how to do it. And I had this great guy, Victor, who literally walked me through the process. He and I were on the phone till about 10 or 11 o'clock at night. We got our campaign up and running. He said, Anna, do these things, set up my whole system so that it was really easy for me. And then I took it to a whole nother level. I went crazy, people. I went absolutely crazy. That so much so, I didn't know I was crazy. I thought this is just the way the system works. That literally within 1 week, I scheduled over 100 appointments for me and my CEO using both of our LinkedIn accounts. So out of that, now what's really super important is not only, it's not just the outcome of how many people we actually secured from that. And I don't know the exact numbers, but I would say probably at least anywhere from 10 to 15% of those people actually responded, because we were up against a time clock. And then our ticket price was $2,500 to $3,500. So the first two things, I don't have the time, there's too little time, and it's too much money. But this is what happened for us. We created such a momentum with these conversations. People started referring people, and could you talk to this person? And then our entire team, what was so amazing about this, they got on the bandwagon. And through all of that energy, through us together, and now here's the big deal. You're saying, well, maybe you didn't really close that much, but actually we probably did. The second thing is we're following up. Now this is where what do they call it? The fortune is in the follow-up. Yeah. All the people that told me, no, I don't have time and I don't have money. I'm like, here's an opportunity. You can register for next year. We're already working on that now. The second thing that came out of that, the people who did attend this event, there was so much energy around it that they were like, I have to be there. I mean, we had people coming the day before saying, hey, I just heard about this. But again, it's because we were pressing the envelope. Now, for all of you who hear these numbers, and I know you think they're really super, it takes work. Again, it takes an investment of your time and your money. I worked, and my partner worked 18 hours a day to get this done. and to get to answer, to respond. But the system that we used was this system to help us to mine those relationships. And this is what came out of it for us. We got to tell over 120 people about our business. All right, let me ask you, how many people you talked to today about your business? I know, some of you is just zero, and I do. But I'm telling you, there's a possibility for you. These guys are great. I so honor people who fulfill their ideas and their dreams and make it easier for us. And this is certainly earnest and from my heart that if you have this opportunity to invest in this software, invest in this system, this done for you leads, the social goal rush, I don't care what they throw at you. You know what I'm saying? Just jump in there. You just gotta jump in there and give yourself a chance. You've got to think about your marketing and how your customer is perceiving what you're saying. They have a great team of people that can help to guide you through that process. And I'm saying, again, those 3 things I started with is that be decisive. You've tried everything else. It hasn't worked for you, and you don't know what to do with that LinkedIn. I know you think you're doing a great job, but I was talking to people. I was looking at their stuff, and I was like, I need to get these people as a customer. I'm just saying, because you'll have that same experience, and you'll know how far you were away from really winning when it comes to the work you were doing. So again, be decisive, make an investment, and then the third thing, you need to trust the process, because it works. And so I'm excited about our next campaign. We're getting ready to launch that on Monday. And that's for another event. That ticket price, by the way, is $14.97. I'll let you guys know how we do and how many people we get to talk to and how many people we get. And it's a teleconference class or a webinar. And I think we're going to be hugely successful.
Love it. Anna, brilliant. This is awesome stuff. So question, I mean, is there anywhere you would have been able to talk to 100 people in that short a time?
No way. No way. First of all, we wouldn't have had the courage to keep calling our people, right? Because we felt like we had kind of, exhausted our network. We're like, who do we call? I called on my friends. It's kind of like that. You have that network marketing thing where you get your warm leads and then you keep spreading that circle wider. But what made this really unusual and different is exactly what Victor said to me. He says, Anna, the thing that you want is you want them to say, just raise their hand. And you have to craft that message well enough so people can really feel the earnestness that you're talking about so that they can say, oh, hey, I'd love to talk to you. But we had more of those people responding than we would have if I was trying this, by the way, for at least 3 to 4 days before, and I set a goal for myself. I'm going to respond to 100 people on LinkedIn through messaging, through my sales navigator, through these kinds of things, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I got nowhere near that. As best as I can do manually, given my schedule was 10 people a day. Your system improved that. In fact, together between our 2 profiles, we reached over 2,600 people in the period of time. I'm telling you. So that tells you, remember I started this out less than 30 days, but people don't believe you guys, I don't think. They don't really, and Victor called me, I remember the second day, Victor called me back, so there must be some way he could monitor what I was doing or something. He's like, Anna, you must turn on the campaign now. Just turn it on. Anna doesn't get it. Right? And first thing in the morning, Anna, you turn it on, and then you're gonna convert those things by the afternoon. And so with just that little prompting, it helped me to wait a minute. I need to do this every single morning. I mean, I started laying this thing out where I became very disciplined to make this happen. And then I had a second team member who supported our CEO in making those connections. And then when we had so many, we was like, wait, this is way too many. So let's dial this down. We had too many leads, right? Who has too many leads? So then we crafted the message so that people can make a better choice about taking them to the conversation. And that just reduced us probably the next week, maybe 25 to 30% by giving them the actual date of this event. It helped to filter out 25% of those people to have even better conversations. So
love it. Well, there you have it. So it's Anna McCoy, 11th hour, got an event to promote, got to fill house, got to fill the seats, got over 100 appointments. It's a massive 10 to 15% response rate, $2,500 ticket. And
Yeah.
she's got lots of momentum going into the event, lots of great stuff. So Anna, thank you so much for sharing.
You're
Anything
so
else?
welcome.
Yeah, anything else you'd love to leave with people that are looking at this as a good opportunity? You already told, said, hey, you got to invest, you got to follow the process and all that. Anything you'd like to leave them with for those of them that are really seriously looking at doing LinkedIn, not quite sure what to do, and all of that?
I'm not really sure what your system is over the long, like to get people within this funnel to have this experience. I don't know what that is, but whatever it is, they need to ask you about it. Mm-hmm. They need to really understand what's available to them. There are some people, I'm a technical person, so it was really easy for me, but if our CEO had to do it, it would not have gotten done. So I think for those who are listening today and you're maybe you're on the fence, you're trying to think about, is it for me? Is it not for me? And just for the record, when I talked to, it was interesting. We had about 3.5 to 4 weeks. And I said, well, Victor, how many of these appointments can I get? He was like, well, on a weekly basis, maybe 12 to 15 appointments, right? Well, I did 12 appointments in one day. In one day.
That's awesome.
Okay, because there are multiple layers of how to do this, because I didn't know any better. I thought, this is the way this is supposed to work. So for those who are listening to me, what's super important is that you need to connect with this team, talk to someone, understand what they can offer you. And in your case, you might need the done for you leads. If you can't run the system and you're not really a marketing person, I absolutely trust that they are able to help you to accomplish that. But your decision is to decide. And don't be afraid. Listen, I'm telling you, one appointment that turns into a sale for you is going to pay for this system. So the best of luck to you.
All right, there you have it. Anna McCoy, thank you so much for doing this amazing case study for your LinkedIn success. All right, well, we're looking forward to seeing even more great success from you in the future. So thanks for sharing.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Anna.
All right. And if you're interested in help and getting more leads, getting more appointments, filling your calendar, closing more deals, and using the amazing power of LinkedIn, it's a lazy asset that most people have that's just sitting there. Well, if you want to put it to work, then hit us up, mojoglobal.com, and we look forward to getting you some similar success. Maybe not like Anna's, but if you could get even a fraction of Anna's, then you're doing pretty.
You can do it!
Yeah, you're doing pretty well. So thanks so much, and we'll see you soon. Adios.
You're welcome.